Everybody's worried about their tax dollars. At the end of the day, there's elderly people out here and people with disabilities that rely on those tax dollars. At some point in time, you're going to be an elderly person, and you're going to rely on those tax dollars. And people always say, go get a job. These jobs ain't paying nothing. The salaries at these jobs and these wages at these jobs is not even keeping up with inflation.
I can't get a part of this rat race and just live here. I have a life. We want to enjoy at least one part of the 24 hours of our day. It's like we so far deep in the matrix that we can't even see what's being done right in front of our eyes. It's like an open secret. We're back with another video, and not for the reason that you may think.
Thanks for showing interest in my real estate workshop. In this workshop, you will learn how to buy your first rental property. That's something I did 10 years ago. After gathering all that information and knowledge, I'm here to give you everything that I've learned in a step-by-step process so you can buy your first rental property. Building generational wealth for your family is something important. It's something that I'm on a journey to help out not only myself, but my kids and their kids. Not only learning through rental property investing, but the information gathered over the years. Something that you could pass down to generation to generation. And here, I want to give you the tools that I've learned so you can do the same thing for yourself. What's the point of having knowledge if you ain't going to pass it to the next person so they can build themselves up and their family as well? Make sure you guys tune in February 8th at 1 p.m. The link is below. Also, the link is in my bio. Tap in. It's crazy, man. These past couple of days, I didn't think we was going to be here. I thought the government was going to take care of these issues. How in the world we back in another government shutdown? Does this make sense? People out here starving. This economy is already crazy.
Beyond.
Why these Democrats and these Republicans still haven't figured this out? Do they not understand people got to eat?
No.
People have to survive. And it's unfortunate because we have tenants that's on these programs. What does that look like for us as owners and landlords? Are we going to lose our money again? Are the government going to shut down and stop making payments again? This is insane. How did we get here? We knew January 30th was coming. We was already planning for that, and we was expecting that to happen. Exactly. But we thought they was going to have that fixed prior to. This should have already been done. Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy to actually be in this place, man. We thought we was over and done with this thing. I don't understand these government contract agreements. This stuff should already be in place, man. Y'all got humans at the brink of these contracts. It don't make no sense. We need a better system. We have to clean this up. Exactly. I don't know what the House of Representatives and all this stuff got going on, but it seemed like we need some young people in there that got a better understanding of this world, because these old people, this same system that I've been dealing with for hundreds and hundreds of years, eons of years, obviously it's not working. If we keep coming to this place where they shutting this thing down and you got millions and billions of people's lives at stake, how are we supposed to handle this? You got business that rely on government funding. You got individuals that live their everyday life from feeding children, etc., that rely on government funding. You got people that's getting education that's relying on government funding. And you telling me they can't come to terms? Ain't this bigger than ego? As America, do we ever think about the people at all?
No.
It's like a selfish kind of thing. Like, what are we doing here?
What about the government funding programs for children? Like, how does that work?
Nobody never wanted to take and consider these children that have to eat and that's relying on these funding programs. These parents got to go to work and they got daycare. Why are we not thinking about the kids in this aspect? These grown adults are arguing and can't come to agreements based on how they feel, but you got children at stake behind this. The kids are supposed to be the future of this country. And we don't care about that as a country?
No.
I thought it was united. Where's the confusion at? Where's the misconception? I don't understand. It don't make no sense. You got people that rely on these governments. People have to eat every day. The parents is a separate thing. But we talking about children that rely on formula, that rely on food stamps to get food in their house. And you don't want to talk about the business industry. That's a whole other thing, because a lot of these hospitals are relying on the government healthcare system. You got these food grocery stores relying on SNAP benefits. And you talking about you shutting that stuff down. What does that do to the economy? That makes everything worse at that point.
No, we're just going to keep having these freak weather storms. And then we have to spend all our money at the grocery store. I don't understand it. I think it's dumb. And what does this look like for the business of real estate? That's really why we're here. Yeah. This is why we're here, why we came here in the beginning. We have Section 8 tenants. First time, exactly. Our business is based around Section 8. So what does this look like? I just really, I don't know what these next days are going to look like. How is this going to go? But I didn't see them doing this again. I didn't. For some reason.
Did you think like they was gonna come up with a solution prior to the January?
Yes, I thought it would be.
I didn't think we.
I thought it would be solved. I thought this thing would be solved. I thought things would go back, not normal, because I don't think we can ever go back to normal. This is the new normal. Yeah. But I thought it would be adjusted. There would be somewhere they could meet in the middle. Never did I think we would be here where we're back in a government shutdown. Come on.
They more concerned about ISIS and getting all these fake illegal immigrants like they're not human beings out the country more than feeding its own country and caring for these kids and their adults who rely on these systems. It seems backwards to me. Every time I look on the news, I see something about ISIS and somebody getting killed or somebody getting deported or something like that. But you got people out here that rely on these government programs that y'all can't get a grip on that? Is it really that hard? What's the problem here, people?
There's so many problems, I don't even know where to start. But what I will say is, because they're so consumed with ICE and everything else that's happening, this can't be the land of the free. This does not feel like that anymore.
Definitely don't.
When you're starving, when we're struggling, everybody's in a struggle, except the 1%ers. But everybody else is in a struggle.
Especially the middle class. Everything is inflated. We all dealing with the inflation. So I can understand if we dealing with the inflation as the middle class family who are as a small business owner, I can imagine what the people that's right at the poverty line dealing with on top of losing their benefits. They already got to deal with the expense of things, and then now they losing their government benefits? That's insane. And then you got to consider the people, the elderly. What about the people's grandma? You got grandmas out here that rely on this stuff, man. Are y'all concerned about that? What about the disabled people that can't work? It's not their fault that they was born like that and they was born with a disabled. What about that? Y'all tax dollars y'all so worried about this tax dollars being spent here, being spent there. The majority of that tax dollars don't even go to government funding when it comes to food and housing. Y'all need to consider these roads out here. Y'all need to consider these bridges in other places.
Exactly. We got to wake up, people. Let's wake up. What are we doing? We got to open our eyes and look the hell around.
Smell the coffee.
Something's not making sense.
It's really aggravating, man, because I don't understand, man. We know with this government shutdown, we know the community that's being affected the most. We know. But everybody want to throw it under the rug like it ain't no big deal. I don't see no news outlets really talking about it like that. Y'all trying to swipe it under the rug because we know who this is affecting. We know who this is affecting. And this is the reason why we got into real estate, because at the end of the day, if you're going to be affected by the game, you need to be a part of the game and be able to create different systems for you and your family to elevate above that poverty line. Because people always say, go get a job. These jobs ain't paying nothing. The salaries at these jobs and these wages at these jobs is not even keeping up with inflation.
Are crumbs.
They give you crumbs when you need to, at the grocery store, charge you a price for a cake.
Ow.
It don't make no sense.
It's almost like impossible to live here at this point. And I mean,
that's why we think about going to another country now.
Yeah, it's really like in the forefront of our mind.
Dual citizenship.
Yeah, dual citizenship is in the forefront of our mind right now. This is ridiculous. Living over here is almost like a struggle.
It really is.
And I don't know.
We thought living a middle class life, this was the life.
We strive to get here.
Yeah.
And now that we're here, it's like it got to go higher. And I'm not opposed to leveling up, but when is enough going to be enough?
It's a hamster wheel.
They're draining us.
It's a hamster wheel.
I can't get a part of this rat race and just live here. I have a life. We want to enjoy at least one part of the 24 hours of our day.
It's crazy.
But you know what, though? I feel like as a people, we're not pulling our own weight. We're not making them and holding them accountable. We just kind of rolling over and rolling with the punches. We got to stand up for something, or we're going to fall for anything.
Thanks for showing interest in my real estate workshop. In this workshop, you will learn how to buy your first rental property. That's something I did 10 years ago. After gathering all that information and knowledge, I'm here to give you everything that I've learned in a step-by-step process so you can buy your first rental property. Building generational wealth for your family is something important. It's something that I'm on a journey to help out not only myself, but my kids and their kids. Not only learning through rental property investing, but the information gathered over the years. Something that you could pass down to generation to generation. And here, I want to give you the tools that I've learned so you can do the same thing for yourself. What's the point of having knowledge if you ain't going to pass it to the next person so they can build themselves up and their family as well? Make sure you guys tune in February 8th at 1 p.m. The link is below. Also, the link is in my bio. Tap in. Everybody's worried about their tax dollars. At the end of the day, there's elderly people out here and people with disabilities that rely on those tax dollars. At some point in time, you're going to be an elderly person, and you're going to rely on those tax dollars. So why are we complaining about that? And it's only at least less than 2% of your funds from your job is even going to that. It's other things that money is being dispersed to. That's why we need to do an audit so they can show the people. But they never going to do the audit because they rather us fight because it's a divide and conquer. Exactly. If y'all wake up and realize what's happening and pay attention and open your eyes, you will see it clear as day. Y'all so worried about them goddamn tax dollars. But it's helping other people. It's a human race here. We all got to survive. Yeah, they divide us through our zip code and different races, but we all won at the end of the day. Are y'all losing sight of that?
Apparently. I don't know. It's like we so far deep in the matrix that we can't even see what's being done right in front of our eyes. It's like an open secret.